Hola, buenos días.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches.
This is Barb.
And this is Estela.
And welcome to
Cafecito.
And Crime. Hola, ¿cómo están? We hope everyone's having a wonderful day.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I think I could be better, but I'm doing good. I'm trying today a new matcha from Starbucks. I know. I'm not the biggest Starbucks fan lately. We've been trying to try other places, pero I had a dream last night.
You did. So that's how we ended up at Starbucks.
Yeah, que I went to Starbucks with my husband and we were buying matcha. Pero
banana.
And it was a specific one, a banana nut matcha. And they have it.
Oh, that's what it is, banana nut.
Banana nut.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe that's what those crystals are at the bottom.
I don't know. There's some crystals abajo. They're kind of weird. And I get it, crunchy and stuff, pero I don't know. But it's mid. I mean, I feel like I could have...
Made it?
No. I could have gotten it somewhere else and it would have been better. Pero
do other places have it?
Not this particular one right now. Pero I don't know. I need to put a suggestion box at the place that I really like the matcha at. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll read my suggestions.
Maybe.
And how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm sleepy because I just had dinner.
No, y luego le dije, no te vayas a dormir. I'm sleepy. And yawning and
no
shit.
me voy a dormir. Obviously, no me voy a dormir. We have to record.
How's your new canton?
It's cool. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It is.
Yeah. I'm excited because... Gracias a Dios. I am excited because my daughter was selling bun cakes for school.
Oh, yeah.
And we get them tomorrow.
Yeah. A month later, no? Like 6 weeks?
No way. No tanto, pendeja.
Un mes.
Sí, como un mes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Te pasaste. Pero I'm excited.
I am too.
Pero más vale que no los vaya a aplastar la güey porque I'm going to get mad at her.
No, I don't think so. Son
muchos. Son muchos. She has to carry a lot.
Yeah, she does. But she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
But I'm so excited. I love bun cakes.
Me too.
So, what we got today?
So, for today's case, we are going to Mobile, Alabama.
How did I know? Mobile, Alabama.
How did you know?
No, I said, how did I know you were going to say Alabama?
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it was Mobile, like somewhere else, pero then I was like, Alabama.
Arkansas?
Maybe. Pero Alabama. Okay. I don't think we've been to Alabama, have we?
I don't know anymore.
Possibly. Well, if you would like to come with us to Mobile. It's Mobile. Así dicen ellos. Because they're really, really, their accent is thick. If you'd like to come with us to Mobile, Alabama, go ahead and grab your cafecitos.
And let's get started. Now, the first random interesting facts.
Oh, multiple.
Sí. Are, number one, Mobile is one of the rainiest cities in the U.S.
I had no idea.
I know.
That's crazy.
Receiving between 65 to 67 inches of rain per year.
Yep. That's a lot of rain. And that is awesome because they probably have really pretty, ¿cómo se llama? Trees and shit.
But I just wouldn't think that Alabama would be one of the rainiest cities. It's like up there. And I was looking at the list of rainiest cities and Houston wasn't on there.
Oh, did you go down the rabbit hole?
No, it just said
we go through droughts. Oye, vergas. We go through
droughts
at times. So I don't think we would be también in that.
And it's a lot of like in the Gulf Coast kind of
like Louisiana and them?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's number one. Number two is that while Mardi Gras originated as a Catholic tradition in medieval Europe, the first organized celebration in the U.S. was held in Mobile, Alabama in 1703 by French settlers.
Not Mardi Gras.
Years before New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so preposterous.
In 1703.
In 1703, they were already partying it down.
That was the first organized celebration of Mardi Gras.
So I wonder what they did. Because they didn't have any, like, beads and shit. ¿Te imaginas in 1703 with beads? Like, no creo que había beads.
No way, you couldn't even show
chichis,
it. No, you couldn't show an ankle back then. No, absolutely not.
They couldn't even wear red lipstick, bitch.
No, they were like, ooh, an ankle. Oh, beads.
all the guys excited, todos horneados porque there's an ankle.
You showed your wrist.
Wow. Like, yeah, I wonder what they did.
I'm pretty sure I'm sure they, like, explain what they did. I think I almost put it in here, but I didn't, but I honestly don't remember.
It's okay. ¿No andaba Shia LaBeouf? Allá?
No.
No estaban en 1705?
No. 03.
03, excuse me.
No,
okay.
no.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you think Mardi Gras, you always think
New Orleans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, the Mobile Tensaw River Delta is dubbed America's Amazon.
Oh, is the longest?
It is the second largest in the U.S., and according to mobile.org, it stretches more than 250,000 acres. It is home to more than 300 species of birds, rare and endangered wildlife, and has a stunning variety of plant life.
Oh, I'm pretty sure since they get all that rain.
Yeah. And then, there's alligators and shit. And
I don't fuck with alligators.
And then you can take there's a lot of activities that you can do down in the Mobile Tensaw River Delta.
Dude, I need to tell you something. Side note. Whenever we went Pokemoning last time, my daughter and I went to that park over there. So en el parque que está allá, haz de cuenta que you go to the back wherever you're driving just to drive around, and I was going to come back around. There's a sign that says, beware of the alligators.
What?
And there's like a little swamp right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
But that swamp is man-made. You know what I mean?
But I mean, the sign was...
obviously they put a sign because...
For a reason. They were like, beware of alligators. They had a little sign. I was like, I would have never thought.
Me either.
Not there.
Other places.
Yeah. And people walk through there. Like people...
Yeah. Take their little walks and stuff.
Sí, pero I don't think... But that's awesome.
So that's that for Mobile.
They were very interesting.
You're welcome. Thanks for that knowledge. Now, the victim of today's case is a young adult. Her name is Katherine, who went missing and then was discovered dead.
Ay, pobrecita.
So let's start at the beginning. Katherine Elizabeth Foster was born on March 11th of 1961 in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
I would say Pascagoula 5 times.
Pascagoula, 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 Pascagoula. Can you?
No.
Okay. Well, that's where she was born.
That's so cool. I want to be born in Pascagoula,
Mississippi.
Hey guys, where are you from? Pascagoula. That's nice.
Pascagoula, Mississippi. Cool. 2 parents, Joanne and Leroy Foster. And she was one of 8 children.
Danger. No había tele, güey. Andaban en chinga. Damn, 8?
Yeah. So she grew up in a very large family. The Fosters were a devout Catholic family, and they attended church regularly. Katherine herself was not only involved in the church, but also in its youth group. Then she even joined in on missionary trips to Mexico.
Not the Mexico. No, pues está cabrón.
To Mexico. Mexico.
To Mexico?
Mexico. Mm-hmm. She seemed to be a well-rounded young lady in all aspects of her life.
It always is.
Yeah.
It always is.
¿Por qué no le puede pasar cosas así to bad people?
Bad people. Alguien que anda robando y
No,
luego...
not even robando, güey. Like a murderer.
Like a rapist or somebody in jail.
A pedophile.
A pedophile or something.
Yeah.
Oh, see in the news, se murió this person because they got ran over. Oh, they were a pedophile, by the way.
Yeah.
Why? No, you don't see none of that.
No.
None of that.
It's always people that, had...
Beautiful women that have,
everything going
life,
for them.
Yes, and they're going to church.
And everybody loves them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Always, man.
So Katherine was smart, hardworking, nice, musically talented. She played the piano beautifully. She was a great athlete. She played soccer.
What the fuck? ¿Ya ves?
Her family and friends, they all loved her. Aww. You look at a picture of her and you're like, that's a good person.
Just by seeing her.
Let me show you.
Okay, let me see.
Yes, she did go to missionary trips to Mexico.
Not to Mexico.
And
she went to Mexico. Oh. She looks sweet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she looks like cuando la miras, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
she's my bestie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a good person.
She is a good person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Later, after she was found murdered, a family friend told the press, quote, "She was very popular in our town. Mm-hmm. My son went to kindergarten with her. We've known her family that long. It's just tragic, unbelievable. She was such a sweet girl."
Man.
She attended and graduated as salutatorian from Our Lady of Victory Central High School in 1979. And later that fall, she attended the University of South Alabama in Mobile, Alabama, where she was studying to become a physical therapist for kids.
Girl, te digo. It's not okay.
Yeah.
I think that people that happen stuff like this, because people they're haters on them. Yeah. That's why. Y los matan.
Yeah, they're jealous. She lived on campus, and since Mobile was only a 40-minute drive from Pascagoula, she still had the chance to go home when she had the chance, you know? So it wasn't like she was...
Pascagoula is how far? 40 minutes from...
Like a 40-mile drive from...
40-mile drive.
Yeah.
Pero Pascagoula no es Alabama.
No, it's Mississippi.
Okay. So it's there... Yeah, okay, get it.
Yeah,
All right.
So Katherine was excited to be at USA. So that's how I'm going to refer to the University of South Alabama. I'm going to refer to it as USA. So she was excited to be at USA. She'd write to her parents and in detail, like, would let them know what she was learning in her classes, and she, like, her excitement.
She was so excited. Yeah.
Yes, like you could read it through. It came through her letters, pues. That brings us to February of 1980. Okay, Katherine is in her second semester as a freshman. Again, she was thriving in school. She has her friends, and her boyfriend was also there, Tom. Things are going well. On the afternoon of February 21st, which is really weird because it was literally just, February 21st, Katherine failed to show up for lunch to meet her friends. They thought this was extremely odd and were somewhat worried, but didn't fully panic until she missed her 6 p.m. class. Katherine was a reliable and punctual person, so the fact that she wasn't at lunch and then at her class meant that something was wrong. So her friends looked for her but couldn't find her, and so they decided to call her parents in Pascagoula. When Joanne was asked if she had talked to her daughter, had seen her that day, she said no. She was then informed that no one had seen Katherine since noon.
Imagine, like, getting that phone call. It's crazy.
Yeah, so Joanne and her husband Lee got in their car.
And they're like, let's head over there.
Yeah, let's head over there, and they began to look for her. They also placed a call to the Mobile Police Department to report her missing. The police launched a search of the campus and its surrounding areas, and the following day, family and friends spent the whole day looking for her, but there was no sign of her. On Saturday, February 23rd, there was a student-led search where about 100 students participated. At around 10 a.m., Eric Schultz, one student who was searching through a wooded area close to the university's molecular biology lab, when he came across Katherine's body.
Oh. Well, at least, I mean, I know this sounds bad, but sometimes they don't even find a body.
It was only 200 to 300 yards from her dorm.
Damn. That was like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Katherine was found lying on a pile of leaves, and she was wearing a baby blue sweatshirt, a t-shirt, blue jeans, long socks, and brown shoes. And as detectives
She was fully dressed?
Yes.
Okay.
As detectives arrived at the scene, they noticed that her body looked pristine and looked like she was just laying down looking up at the sky. Her clothes were clean. Her hair was in place.
Like they probably put her that way, no?
It looked almost like brushed, and her makeup appeared fresh.
What? They brushed her hair? The fuck?
It was odd since she had gone missing at noon on Thursday.
Yeah. So if you're wearing makeup, I mean, you need to tell me your makeup routine, girl, because pa que te dure tanto.
And she was found Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Detectives believe that Katherine hadn't been in the woods that long and was placed there so her body could be found. As they inspected her more closely, they noticed that she had been shot in the head twice.
Oh, my God. That was my next question.
And at close range. Something else that they found strange was that she had blood on her shoe. And they were thinking, how did it get there? Since there was no blood anywhere else except on her head. So that was just something that they noted off to the side that just seemed really strange. Upon inspecting more of the scene, no shell casings were found or the gun. There was also no indication that there had been any sort of struggle, which led detectives to believe that this wasn't random. Like, Katherine was targeted, like somebody specifically looked for her to do this to her.
Or maybe, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there, maybe también if they placed her there, like, that's not the scene of the crime, you know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm sure you're going to tell us.
As the news of Katherine's murder made its way around campus, students were scared shitless.
Hell yeah, shit. I'd be like, I ain't going nowhere.
No, yeah, like, that's the thing. Nothing had ever happened like that there. And the USA campus was known to be a safe place for its students.
Shit, that's scary.
And then many of the students went home that weekend. They were like, fuck that. And the ones that stayed didn't leave their rooms.
Especially thinking, dude, if a person like her just gets killed like that, and like, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. I'd be scared too.
Yeah, and the girls took precautions and they didn't walk anywhere alone. They always had like somebody with them.
Groups and stuff like that, yeah.
Dr. Leroy Riddick performed Catherine's autopsy, and he noted that her cause of death was the gunshot wounds to her head, and she had been shot with a .22 caliber gun, and there was no sexual assault. For her time of death, the report stated that she had been killed 8 to 24 hours before she was found.
That's crazy.
Which meant that
they kept her.
Which meant that the earliest that she could have been killed was noon Friday.
Oh, wow.
So remember, like you're putting it together. She disappeared Thursday.
Yeah.
The question now was, where was she the first 24 hours after she went missing?
Oh, pobrecita. I hope she didn't suffer.
Her body didn't show any signs of being bound or gagged or dragged. Like she hadn't been dragged anywhere. The scene wasn't disturbed that showed any type of struggle. Again, besides the gunshot wounds, her body was perfectly preserved. It led investigators to believe that Katherine went willingly with her killer. And if she did that, then she knew who it was. Mm-hmm. She trusted that person. Like, that's just, I think about it, or I was thinking about it when I was reading, and I was like, that's just scary that somebody that you know, that's like, hey, let's go do this.
Let's go to Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Y te matan a la verga.
Yeah, they're
what
like,
the fuck?
I'll drive.
Yeah.
And then nobody ever fucking sees you again.
Yeah. Like, where are we going? Oh, we're not going to Starbucks? I'd be mad. But yeah. Still.
I'd be like, oh, we're not going to Starbucks?
We're not going to Starbucks. I'm going to try to get out of here, you know? But still, like, that is so insane. Mm-hmm. That is really insane because you're right. Like, you're just chilling with somebody and all of a sudden, hey, let's go here. Okay, y se aloca y vámonos a la verga. Te mataron? Hell no.
As the investigation continued, divers were brought in to search the pond behind the university for the murder weapon.
Allí de seguro que allí había alligators.
But they were unsuccessful in locating the murder weapon. A gun was found, but testing showed that it was too old to be the one used to kill Katherine in 1900.
1703.
Yeah. From the Mardi Gras girl.
From Mardi Gras girl. They were getting crazy over there.
Detectives were under heavy pressure to solve the murder. The thing was that they didn't have much to go on.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? Like, there's no prints on her. There's no, like, what do? You check the DNA, but then there's nothing DNA, because she's clean. You know, it's,
So they began to look into who could have wanted Katherine dead. And so they started with the person closest to her.
Her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend, Tom Jadon.
He didn't. Jadon?
Jaudon.
His name is Thomas Jadon.
Tom. Just Tom.
No way. No
Tom Jadon.
He didn't. He had to do it. Tom Jadon.
I don't think he did this to himself, obviously. You know, his parents.
Obviously, pero no. He's mad at them.
No, he's a model. To me, Tom Jadon is a model. Bro, like, he's walking down
like,
the runway.
I don't think that...
He's walking down Paris. You know, he's in Paris Fashion Week and Milan Fashion Week.
A él ya le cambiaron el nombre, güey.
A lo mejor that's his stage name.
Tom Jadon. No puede ser.
Well, that's how you say it, right? Jadon? Jaudon?
I don't know. You know I don't know how to read.
You pendeja.
You know I'm ESL, bitch.
You know I'm illiterate.
You know I'm illiterate. You know I'm ESL, bitch. The fuck?
So Tom Jadon.
We're going to call him Jadon. No, pues ese
When Tom was brought in for an interview, detectives learned that he and Katherine had begun dating in high school. So in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
And had just celebrated their first year anniversary. A couple of days before she was killed.
Tell me, was he sad?
Yes.
Okay.
Tom Jadon was a star soccer player and was attending USA on a scholarship. When asked where he was during the time that Katherine went missing, he said that he attended class. Like, he attended class, he studied, he played soccer. He was asked by detectives to take a polygraph test, which he agreed to.
I mean, obviously in 1979, 80 at this point, they're just going by polygraph tests and shit.
He seemed to be out of it, and he became visibly upset when asked if he had killed Katherine. He said no, and I believe he began to like take off his wires and stuff and like his armband. Like, he started like becoming agitated, and I don't know.
Because he did it?
No, just because
he was upset.
He was upset. Yeah, okay. He was upset. So all of this obviously caused the results to come back inconclusive.
Pues claro.
Now, despite the results, his alibi was solid. He was accounted for during the hours that Katherine had, went missing and was killed, and he was ruled out as a suspect. To detectives, his breakdown during the polygraph test was caused by having lost his girlfriend and being interviewed and being asked, did you kill her?
Yeah, I'm just saying, they didn't, feel like it was him.
Yeah.
Even though his name is Tom Jadon.
He's a model, pues.
Okay, pues. He's a soccer player.
Yeah, star.
The
next person that detectives focused on was the last person who saw Katherine alive, her friend Jamie Callum. During her interview, detectives learned that Jamie was also from Pascagoula and knew Katherine from back home. Jamie told detectives that the day she went missing, they planned to meet up with another friend that afternoon. As they headed out, Katherine told Jamie that she had forgotten something in her dorm for her to walk on ahead and that she was going to catch up with her, but she never did. She stated that she went on to meet up with a friend and didn't think anything of Katherine, que nunca llegó, because she said she must have run into Tom and they probably got together and went to study and stuff. They were very into their studies. So, así quedó. As for her alibi, it was también corroborated by friends she was seen and heard from during those almost 48 hours that Katherine was missing. So just like Tom Jadon, Jamie was also ruled out as a suspect. But soon, detectives would have the first key piece of information in the case. A student at the university came forward stating that she lived on campus, and on Saturday morning at around 2:30 a.m., she had an asthma attack, and so it woke her up. And she said that she rushed to her window to open it, para que le diera aire, and she heard 2 popping sounds.
Oh, okay.
According to 2 campus security officers, they also heard those popping sounds. And they tried to investigate them, but they weren't able to determine where they were coming from. So now there's multiple people
saying they heard the popping sounds.
They heard the popping sounds in the time frame that Katherine could have been killed. Mm-hmm. So during the following weeks, students, faculty, staff, and visitors at the university were interviewed.
Everybody.
They also used polygraph tests to hopefully get pointed in a specific direction that would help, but there was no luck. It was 3 months into the investigation that detectives finally got a viable lead. They learned that a maintenance worker at the university who had previously been a National Guard member had a prior criminal record involving a female student who bore a strong resemblance to Katherine Foster.
Okay.
So just a year prior, in 1979, in Mobile, there was a citywide curfew due to an incoming hurricane. So guardsmen were in charge of making sure everyone was off the streets by curfew. A young female student who was 18 was studying at USA with her boyfriend. They got into an argument. La muchacha, she walked home. And her boyfriend let her, I guess. And a guardsman pulled up next to her and told her that she was violating curfew. And he was like, let me take you home. And al último, she was like, fine, take me home. And as they neared her street where she lived on in the dorms, she told him to pull over, but he ignored her and kept on driving. He ended up pulling over at a secluded road. And this is when the young woman, took or made the attempt to escape.
She knew they were going to Starbucks.
Yeah. She opened the door of the car and began to run. And then this fucker, the guardsman, pulled out a rifle
Hijo de la verga.
And shot at her and hit her in the leg.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
People in the area heard the shots and reported them to 911. And when the police arrived, the guardsman was arrested.
Oh, he just sat there?
I guess he just, I don't know.
Nada más ahí se quedó sentado?
No creo. Or maybe the police were that fast because it was a curfew. No traffic. There was no traffic.
Okay, I get you.
He was charged with assault and was eventually released on bond due to a technicality. Now, I'm not sure what ended up happening with that charge, but
he
later
shot at this girl,
shot her in the leg.
Yeah,
but later the guardsman ended up being hired as a maintenance man at USA.
I'm saying, how
so
in the
I'm
hell?
Not sure what happened.
Did after that happen? Did it erase from his record and shit? Like, don't they do background checks for a guard? I mean, I don't care if you're just gonna
do maintenance.
You're
at a university,
there's children here, like
not
children, but I mean young adults.
Yeah,
and it's I don't know. Okay.
When the maintenance man was brought in for an interview, pues sí, after they learned this information.
Okay. He didn't bring a rifle to try to shoot anybody.
No, aquí no, pues no.
Okay, pues.
He stated that at the time that Katherine disappeared, he was working. As his alibi was being confirmed...
Well, he was working at the school and she was at the school.
As his alibi was being confirmed, a search warrant was executed for his home. Unfortunately, it yielded no evidence that Katherine could have spent any time there. On top of that, his alibi was solid. It was confirmed that the university maintenance man was working near the maintenance garage, which is on the opposite side of campus, when Katherine went missing. So he was cleared as a suspect.
Of course.
Why not?
He couldn't have gone over there and done something, No.
No, he couldn't because he was far.
Yeah, whatever.
Investigators continued to interview students and staff. Some students received subpoenas to appear before a grand jury for additional questioning. And at one point, some of, them got attorneys. I think it was the parents trying to protect their kids.
Yeah.
I mean, which is understandable. I mean, something like this hadn't happened in the university. Exactly. So imagine, you're...
Like, first of all, why are you questioning my child if you think that he didn't do nothing or she?
Yeah.
And then second of all, like, I'm going to protect them. You're right. Yeah.
But nothing came out of those subpoenas. A total of $21,000 was raised to offer information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for Katherine's murder.
That's a lot. $21,000 in 79 in 80?
In 80?
That's a lot.
I wonder how much that is worth
Let's
today.
look it up.
Okay.
Keep going.
Police received a phone call that brought in a new suspect into the investigation. On the other side of the line was a man who informed investigators that on the day Katherine disappeared, his mentally unwell son took the family car without permission.
Okay.
Something else that the son took was the family's .22 caliber pistol.
Oh, shit. So the dad is like, hey, that day, my son.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So going back to how much $21,000 in 1980 is today in 2026 is $80,000 to $85,000. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So obviously the .22 caliber pistol was confirmed to be the same type of gun used to kill Katherine. And the dad that called into the police department, he said that when he found the gun in the car's glove compartment, he believed that his son could have possibly been involved in Katherine's murder.
He knew something because if he's calling them and he's like,
it just kind of lined up,
Yeah, but as parents,
Yeah.
And then
when they're up to no good.
When they're up to no good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when the gun was turned in for testing, the bullets from that gun did not match the bullets that had been extracted from Katherine's body.
And now the dad's going to look stupid.
No, well, I mean, dude, fuck it. Like, you called it in. You felt that something was wrong.
No, good for him. Good for him. I would be like, I thought he probably killed somebody, bro.
Oh, Katherine's case was so big that, he's probably like, fuck, se llevó el carro.
Algo hizo.
And he's not well, la pistola en el glove compartment. So
I could understand. I would have told on my son too.
Mobile Police Department even reached out to the FBI to create a profile of the killer. By this point, profiling had been around for almost a decade. The profile noted that the killer was a single white male between the ages of 17 and 25 with an average to good intelligence. He was introverted, appeared shy, quiet, and passive. The individual would try to mix with other college students but would not do so adequately. Based on what was found at the crime scene, it doesn't appear that the individual had any ritualistic style of behavior or that he would have committed similar crimes in the past. The person also lived near the university or the site where Katherine was found, and the method of the murder demonstrated rage, hatred, and anger to some degree of revenge. Additional information added to the profile read, quote, "Due to the lack of sexual molestation and because the body was recovered in a dressed condition, the perpetrator of this homicide could very well have been a woman. If that is the case, the above information would still apply to the individual concerning the reasons for the attack." End quote.
Okay. I can see there being a woman as well. I'm somebody that's, upset at her
for whatever
reason. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, people get mad for whatever. Like,
People get road rage, bitch. People get that to me is the most unnecessary reason why people die nowadays. Mm-hmm. Road rage, you're in the road. Like, Bruh, we're all trying to get home.
Yeah.
The same place.
Where we are, bro, you got to let me merge. You know, you go, I go, you go, I go. Exactly. You know, one or the other, like.
And if you don't want to, okay, that's fine, pero no te enojes, güey.
Yeah. Well, si te quieres enojar, I mean, get mad all you want. Don't be busted out guns and shit. Like, and following people and shit. It's not that.
That's crazy to me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have, it could be. Pero my thing with that profiling is, like, it's, like, so generic. Like, it's a white male that, you know, it's like you're talking about, these are college kids. That's like all of the college men, you know, or
between
women.
17 to 25.
Imagine.
You know?
Like, that could be anybody.
Yeah.
Even a teacher.
Yeah. I don't know about teacher, but like
there's a lot of young
teacher's assistant.
A young teacher.
A TA. Now, investigators believed that the profile would be a big help, but time passed and there were no concrete leads or suspects.
I don't think that profile was very good. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. In the 1980s, maybe, pero for now.
When I read it, I was like, well, maybe because I knew who did it. So I was like,
not.
Well, it wasn't completely off.
No, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but like, bro.
No, it actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it wasn't off.
Oh, okay.
You'll find out. And it would take 3 years before detectives received a phone call that revitalized the investigation. In February of 1983, almost 3 years to the exact date of Catherine's murder, a 31-year-old university security guard, Michael Maris, committed suicide.
Oh, shit. Michael Maris?
He overdosed on sleeping pills.
I think he did it.
So when Katherine initially disappeared in 1980, Michael became enthralled by the case. He investigated it on his own, came up with his own theories, and shared them with police.
He was trying to give them information about it, según él.
Yeah, I think he was like a crime junkie before, you know, crime junkies.
I've never heard of any of those.
Detectives didn't pay him any mind, really. They were just
like, sí, wait.
No, yeah, they thought that he was like a wannabe cop, you know, because he was a security guard at the university. So they were like,
oh,
I know.
A wannabe cop. That's kind of sad.
But when his home was searched after her suicide, investigators believed that Michael had possibly been involved in Catherine's murder and was keeping up with the investigation of the crime he had committed back in 1980.
Ándale. He wanted to know what they knew, right? No estaba tan pendejo.
Exactly. So in Michael's home, above his garage, there was like an area that had a small living space that was surrounded by chicken wire.
Chicken wire.
Chicken wire.
Yes, I know what chicken wire is, but I'm just saying.
And there was a mattress and other items in there.
Ahí dormía el compa.
Somebody. Like, it looked like somebody was being kept there.
Okay.
Police also found some sort of shrine to Katherine.
What?
Which included newspaper clippings of her case.
Oh, of her case, but not like of her before she died.
A picture of Katherine.
Oh, shit.
He like wrote he had his own personal write-ins to Katherine, like poems.
What the
he had, you know, her photo was surrounded by like candles and that sort of thing.
No mames.
He had a copy of the autopsy report. And then he had like made his own notes on there. Like he was kind of like taunting the investigators. Decía, you cops are clowns. Decía, ha, ha, ha. And I beat you. It was just like really odd.
You are a motherfucker.
If that didn't seal it for them that he was possibly
First
involved.
of all, his name is Michael ¿qué?
Maris.
Michael Maris, close to Michael Myers. It had to be him.
I knew you were going to say that.
It had to be him. I'm sorry. You already know Michael Myers never dies. Never dies.
Evil dies tonight.
If you know, you know. But I'm just saying, it has to be him. It has to be. First of all, not the shrine, bitch. Not the fucking shrine. With the chicken wire. Fuck.
I was like, not the chicken wire.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the hell? And then the candles and shit, ¿qué le está haciendo brujería? ¿No le hizo brujería?
No, pues no.
¿Y luego qué? ¿Qué pasó?
Now, like I said, if that didn't seal it for them that he had been involved somehow, the manual on how to murder, also with his own remarks from Michael, did, you know.
Yeah. You think? It was like that one time that we had a case that...
Yeah, she was ordering books que decía
how to like, kill this person or something like that.
Yes, or how to use this gun.
I think there was another one too.
Yeah, I think you did one. I did a case and then you did a case too.
And she was buying books or something.
And then llegó todo el fucking receipt, how to kill or how to like...
Oh, it was the one where the mom había... I think the mom had killed the kids or the kids killed them. I don't know. And then she was like that she had bought them for a science project.
For a school project for her son.
Or something like that. It was... Okay.
You're dumb.
you're going to buy a manual. But you know what? I'm glad that you're dumb.
Yeah, because we like that you're dumb.
We like that.
So in the same manner in which Katherine had been killed, like that was highlighted in the manual.
Oh, pues es que él quería que supieran que él fue, pues.
Investigators initially thought that Michael Maris was obsessed with Katherine, wanted to profess his love to her, and had a backup plan to kill her if she didn't reciprocate his feelings. And that it was his guilt, possibly that caused him to later commit suicide for what he did to her in 1980.
So, okay, explain to me, how did they end up with Michael Maris?
Because he committed suicide. And there were they went to search his home.
Okay.
Todo
so
eso.
it wasn't like he left a note or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ya entendí.
During the investigation into Michael and where he was during Katherine's disappearance, detectives learned that, like the previous suspects, he also had a solid alibi. He had been on duty with another officer on a different part of the campus and was seen by many people at the time that she would have been missing.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I feel like Michael Myers, ¿cómo se llama? Michael Maris is too close to Myers. It has to be him.
Okay.
But anyway.
Do what you want.
I feel that even he could have a shrine and not have killed her. I'm just saying.
I know. Oh, obviously.
And he could have been obsessed with her case and not have done anything.
Yeah.
I mean, or he could have also bought a book and highlighted it, but not do it.
Of course.
I'm thinking, but I'm not a detective, so.
We know that.
Thank you.
And after digging further into his background, they learned that the cage area was used to actually keep his grandfather in since he suffered from dementia.
Hueputa.
Which is just really sad.
That is so sad. In that little space, pobrecito el señor.
Well, there was it was like...
Me imagino yo, like, in the attic.
Yeah.
It's like a little space. Y nomás el chicken wire ahí, pobrecito señor.
And there had also, there had been 6 suicides in his family already, including his mom.
And that's why he was taking care of his grandpa. Maybe se lo dejaron and he got frustrated, maybe?
At the end of the investigation, they concluded that Michael was just somebody who was mentally unwell and was not involved in the case.
No way.
Though the years passed, detectives did not give up and continued to follow up on all leads that came in for Katherine's murder, even when they didn't lead anywhere. In 1991, the Mobile County District Attorney, Chris Galanos, reached out to Unsolved Mysteries in hopes they would run a segment about Katherine's murder, but he didn't hear back. Katherine's case hit a dead end and it eventually turned cold. And it would remain that way with no leads for the next 2 decades.
Damn. 2 decades? Man, that's crazy.
In 2002, a new lead breathed life back into the case.
Okay.
Sergeant Mike Morgan, head of the homicide unit with the Mobile Police Department, received a call from the Pascagoula Police Department.
Pascagoula, okay, where she was from.
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi.
An officer from Pascagoula, Katherine's hometown, told Morgan that she had new information about her murder. At the time, Morgan knew nothing about the case, but he was told that there was a person who received a confession from Katherine's killer.
Oh, shit.
The man who called the Pascagoula PD stated that he was a recovering alcoholic and was in a support group. Part of the recovery was making amends with the people whom you've hurt and admitting to your wrongs. And it was during this process that there was a woman who claimed to have killed Katherine Foster back in 1980.
The fuck?
The woman's name was Jamie Letson.
Okay.
Now, with this new information, Morgan pulled Katherine's case file and began to go over it. There were boxes and boxes.
Imagine. Well, they freaking questioned the whole fucking
school university.
And shit?
Like they were saying, dude, like they
interview
so over 1,000 people.
I was about to say, like, to find her name just to see if maybe they interviewed her, maybe they didn't. What did she say? Like,
right,
fuck,
exactly.
Man, that's crazy.
Now,
I wish they would pay me to do that. I would love to do that. I'll read them and then I'll just highlight everything.
I wonder if you can volunteer.
I don't think so, because that would make you like involved in the
case.
In the case, ¿verdad? Que no se puede. But I would love to like just sit there and just be like, you guys, it's right here. It says right here, this and this.
I found this.
And then use my pretty highlighters. Yeah.
In the case file, there was no Jamie Letson, but instead a Jamie Kellum.
Porque Kellum is her friend, no?
If you remember, Jamie was Catherine's friend from the top of the episode and the last person to see her alive.
Bitch, did you see how I was just about to say,
You're
maybe
like,
se casó, and I was like,
¿Te cayó el 20?
Sí, me cayó el 20.
So let's learn a little bit about Jamie.
Let's.
She was described as someone who, in her younger years, was a loner but tried to fit in. She tried hard to be accepted by her peers and would make up stories to make herself seem more interesting. For example, she told her roommates that she had a boyfriend, whom they began to catch on that he didn't even exist. And it was, those lies, and you're like, there's no reason
for you to lie. Yeah.
But you lie about it anyway, something so small. And you're like, bitch, why are you lying about that?
But then the lie turns into so big that now you can't let go of the lie because you're like, fuck, ya les dije.
Yeah.
Ya que chingados. But, you can always say, oh man, I was just kidding.
Yeah, I was just, making shit. I'm sorry or something.
I'm sorry or, whatever.
She spent the past 20 years in and out of prison in Alabama and Mississippi for petty crimes such as writing bad checks, burglary, escape in Birmingham and Lawrence County in Alabama, and so on. She also fell into addiction. And in 2001, I think, late 2001, early 2002, in trying to clean up her life, she joined an alcohol recovery group. Jamie became close to someone in particular in the group, and after a group meeting, pulled him aside and confessed to killing Katherine 22 years prior in 1980.
How the fuck do you live with something like that? Well, she was always on drugs or...
Yeah, group,
something.
Doing something.
Okay.
And like you said earlier, like she had gotten married, so her name, went from Kellum to Letts. And the thing was that in her confession... Jamie said that she killed Katherine on Thursday, the day she disappeared.
Yeah.
Which, if you remember, did not match up with the timeline of her death based on the autopsy report. Again, Dr. Riddick noted that Katherine was killed between noon Friday and 10:30 a.m. Saturday. Mm-hmm. Also, Jamie's alibis back in 1980 was solid. She had been with her roommates or she had been with her parents back home in Pascagoula. Just based on those two things, she couldn't have done it. She couldn't have killed Katherine.
But she did say that they were walking to meet up with the friend. Mm-hmm. She could have killed her then, at that moment, and then just gone to
But the way that they're saying is that the autopsy didn't base that on her time
that's
frame,
true. Yeah.
So investigators were...
I have a question. Do you think that because it was in the 80s, would that make a difference on, obviously not, but like the time from 2002 to the 80s, maybe it could have been off, maybe?
We'll get there. But yes. So investigators at this point, they were just dumbfounded as to why Jamie, 22 years later, would confess to a murder that she couldn't have committed,
Yeah.
So detectives turned to the source of their information.
Talking out of her ass? You never know.
She was known to do that.
Yeah.
The man Jamie confessed to, they learned that he wasn't the most credible witness. While he was now and had been in an alcohol recovery program, he was trying to get his life together, he had been a convicted murderer and had been previously investigated for rape, drugs, theft, and perjury. So lying under oath.
Puta madre.
When this man spoke to detectives, he maintained that he was not lying. And he said...
he could be a lot, pero a lo mejor, he was trying to do the right thing, do the right thing.
And he said to prove it, that he could get Jamie to confess on tape. And so he carried out his own fucking little operation, on his own. He didn't tell Mobile Police Department nothing. He's like, I got this.
No, he said, y'all could have believed me today.
Yes,
ma'am.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. You are not going to be fucking...
You're not going to call me a liar.
Not calling me a liar. Mm-hmm. I may be a murderer.
And a perjurer.
Pero not a liar.
No, pero you...
On drugs.
But you lie under oath. That means so he is a liar.
He's a liar, but
not
but not at that moment.
He was before.
But he's already a recovering liar.
Yeah. Oh, he's a recovering.
Yeah.
He's doing his 12, step program.
Yes.
So he met with Jamie. And while secretly fucking recording her straight up.
The fuck? Compró una pinche... dijo recording her right now con una pinche...
No, he said my meta glasses.
Yeah, meta glasses. He said my meta glasses, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
Él dijo, they're going to believe.
Let me click the button on.
On.
Record.
No, se puso una pinche de esas, the wire que iba todo aquí adentro y el record estaba todo grande. What did you say?
You had to press the whole click to record.
And then get really close.
Why are you showing me your pet?
Yeah.
So again, he met up with Jamie and, was secretly recording her, and he tried to coax her, a confession out of her. But Jamie never made any incriminating statements.
No, porque Jamie no está pendeja. She was in jail too.
Investigators questioned if Jamie reverted back to her old ways and was lying to fit in. You know, did she confess to killing Katherine to relate to this man? You know, they were like, oh, he murdered somebody too. Let me tell you that I murdered somebody too. You know, I'm
gonna need you not to be. I'm gonna need you to find a better way to flirt. If that's the case,
or like try to fit in, that's not okay.
Bitch, the fuck, no.
I mean, it seemed plausible that she would do that, you know? Since, again, on paper, to them, she couldn't have killed Katherine.
Yeah.
So this, again, went nowhere. Like, they're like, okay, she couldn't have done it. Y ya. Así quedó.
El
señor that called in.
He called in. He's like...
I was trying to do the right thing.
Trying to do the right thing, and you don't believe me.
Now, in 2003...
Took a year.
23 years later after Katherine's murder... The Mobile Police Department received another phone call from a woman who said that her cousin's stepdad found a letter that talked about Katherine's murder. The name of that woman's cousin was Jamie Kellum.
Puta madre.
So Morgan, again, drove 40 miles to Moss Point, Mississippi to meet with Jamie's stepdad. And without any hesitation, you know, he let him know when he was there to, you know, of course, was a letter. Y que el stepdad responded with, oh, you mean the letter? And Morgan said, yes. What did it say? Y el stepdad le dijo, you know, I'm just going to let you read it.
He said the letter.
The letter.
Why was it the letter?
Not the letter. The letter.
Okay.
So... I found most of the letter. I don't think that what I'm going to read is in order, but, you know, most of it is there. It said, quote, Dear Katherine, after all these years, I've come to you. It is me, Jamie, the girl who took your life.
Whoa.
I don't know where to begin. I was your friend, but I was obsessed with Tom, and you were in my way.
Not Tom.
For what it's worth, Tom hated me after your death.
Damn.
And then that's kind of like how it starts, but then another part of it says, quote, there is no way to make things right, but at least I want you to know that I realize what a horrible thing I did. And also for what it's worth, I want you to know that I live my life every day with this, and I realize that no good will ever come of me because I have this mark on my soul. And then another part of it says...
Not the mark on the soul, bitch. You killed somebody.
And then it also said, quote, my children are affected. It is a sickness that grows and affects everyone I come in contact with. And I have often thought, Kate... to make things right, I should take my life. But, That's all I could read. Yeah, like ya no encontré. So, having read this letter, the letter, Morgan realized that it matched what the man had mentioned Jamie confessed 6 months prior.
If Jamie's gone, I'm going to be pissed. Letting you know right now.
Again, as I mentioned a couple of times, on paper, Jamie could not have killed Katherine. So Morgan believed.
But what's the only thing that was the paper? It was just que the autopsy was off?
And that she was, other people saw her at the time. Katherine would have got missing. So Morgan believed that there had to be holes in Jamie's original alibi from 1980, and he had to prove it, which was going to take some time, you know? Like, these things don't happen de la noche a la mañana.
Yeah, but one thing that I remember that you said was that they're saying that the day that she was killed, ella dijo que she had killed her Thursday. But so then if that's the case, then her alibi wouldn't have fit if she killed her that day instead of the day that they think that she killed her, right?
What do you mean? I don't...
So you said that they're saying that she was killed on Friday.
Friday or Saturday. Between 8 to 24 hours before she was found.
Okay, I get that. Pero what Jamie is saying that she told the guy, ella la mató el Thursday.
The day that she went missing.
So that day, the alibi wouldn't have been the same.
No, it would have, because that day she had things to do. People saw her and stuff like that. Yeah,
okay. So
she was accounted for.
Oh, okay, okay, got it.
So he began by contacting Dr. Reddick, from 1980, who had performed Katherine's autopsy, to see if the time frame of Katherine's death could have been different from what was stated in the original report. So, le habló Dr. Reddick, and Dr. Reddick stated that he could have made a mistake back then, as far as the time frame of Katherine's death.
What? Excuse me, Dr. Reddick?
With that admission, Morgan took Katherine's case to a team of forensic anthropologists who operated on a farm outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, in hopes of narrowing down a more accurate time of death. So I just found this so cool, like fascinating. A body farm.
A body farm.
According to pathologists, Catherine's decomposition was due to the environment that she was in the season of that year. Mm-hmm. Okay. She was killed in the wintertime in Alabama and was found in a shaded area. So a corpse at the body farm was submitted to similar conditions to those of Catherine's, which were temperatures in the low 40s and low humidity. Mm-hmm. So after 69 hours, the corpse suffered little decomposition or insect activity, which mirrored Catherine's pristine condition the morning she was found.
Yeah.
So this confirmed that Katherine could have been killed on Thursday, the day she disappeared on February 21st, because the temperatures were what they were. Her body never decomped. And she remained intact or perfectly preserved because of the weather outside. And that meant she was never held anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like they had believed. Now, that day, Thursday, that Katherine went missing, there was a 20 to 30 minute window where Jamie was all alone and no one could account for her whereabouts. Mm-hmm. And it was from the time she and Katherine left her apartment together.
I told you.
So she had the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Jamie, who was living in a shelter in Jackson, Mississippi, was arrested on November 21st, 2008.
Damn.
At this point. Yeah.
That is a long fucking time.
After confronting her with the information they've gathered, she broke down and confessed. And this is what they were able to put together happened on Thursday, February of 1980. Katherine and Jamie met in her dorm room, and they did leave together around noon. As they were walking, Jamie asked Katherine to go with her to harvest plants for her botany class in the woods. And of course, she said yes. And as Katherine walked in front, Jamie followed behind her. She waited until they entered the woods, and then she took out the gun from her purse and she shot Katherine in the back. She didn't fall to the ground right away, and she gave she walked a few steps, and that's how she ended up stepping in her own blood, and that's how it ended up on her shoe. And then she started to make noise, and so Jamie shot her a second time, which is the one that killed her.
On the head.
On the head. She shot her twice in the head. Jamie then fled the scene with a gun and returned to her dorm. Later, her old roommate stated that they remembered that Jamie entró a la casa and she wanted to take out all the trash bags. And she went and threw them into the big
bin
dumpster. Yeah. The reason she gave for killing Katherine was that she had been obsessed with Tom even back in high school.
What the fuck? Over a guy, dude.
She'd follow him around and even showed up at his soccer games without him even knowing. It was also reported that she walked around with a piece of his hair.
That's not okay. That's not okay.
And when she found out that he was going to attend South Alabama University, she decided to follow him, even though she had a full tennis scholarship to another university.
So she was like, no, I'm going over here.
For this man that doesn't even know, he has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend. What the fuck? That is crazy to me. Mind blowing.
No, not even that she has a girlfriend. Nunca me va a pelar. You have a full scholarship for tennis to another university.
Like, you had your own thing going on, bitch. And you were like, no, I don't want to be happy on my own.
And successful.
I don't want to be successful in my career of tennis. I want to go behind this guy that doesn't even know who the fuck I am, and I'm carrying his fucking hair in my pocket. Like, what the hell? What the hell? That's insane.
Now at USA, she tried to insert herself between Jamie.
That's why she made herself her friend.
Tom Jadon and Katherine.
Pinche Tom Jadon. ¿Estaba bien buenote el güey?
I don't know.
Pues era modelo, pues.
Oh, he was walking Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
But when she felt to come between them, she decided to kill Katherine.
Dude, what the fuck? How do you just... I know that this happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just like... I can't believe it.
You're so young.
Yes. Dude,
you're 18.
Dude, you were a tennis player. You were a star fucking tennis player. And you're walking around with somebody's hair in your pocket. I'm sorry. I can't. And that's the thing, even me, I always tell the younger girls, my nieces and my daughter and whatever, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. I promise it's not. There's and like they say, there's so many fish in the sea. Yeah. That statement is true.
And you're so little. You
have so much to do. This is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just crazy.
Jamie was charged with murder, and in her arraignment on Thursday, December 18th, she pleaded not guilty.
What?
Jamie's trial began in May 2010. Attorney General William Dill told the jury that Jamie's motive was jealousy, and he called it the oldest motive in the book. Along with the new autopsy timeline, Jamie's letter, confession, and testimony from Jamie's friends, the prosecution had a strong case.
Yeah.
Connie Brown Davidson, a friend of Jamie's from Pascagoula, her testimony drove home the prosecution's, argument. When she was cross-examined, she was asked by Dill if Jamie had made up a, quote, elaborate fantasy life about an affair with Tom Judon, Catherine's boyfriend. And Connie answered that, yes, Jamie had lied about having an affair with Tom Judon.
Wow.
She added that Jamie, would use a Catholic prayer to St. Joseph for, quote, Tom to be her boyfriend. You're supposed to ask for whatever you want for 9 days, and at the end of the 9 days, whatever you asked for becomes reality.
That's okay. All right. I'm not going to say nothing.
Now, Jamie's defense attorney, Christopher Klotz.
Not clots, like period clots.
But not like a pulmonary clot? Why you got to say period clot?
That's the first thing that came to my mind. Not the clot. Klotz. It's Klotz.
Oh.
Okay.
Klotz.
I don't know. Klotz?
Mr. Christopher.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Christopher.
In his opening statement, he argued that Jamie was, quote unquote, starved for attention when she joined. Obviously, when she joined. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. When she joined AA in 2001. And so her stories got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what her, quote unquote, confession was to the group member, a story that got too big. According to Mr. Christopher, her confession didn't match the facts and evidence recovered about the case.
But the letter.
And it was Michael Maris who killed Catherine.
Oh, Michael Maris. But you couldn't find anything in...
That he was the one that abducted her on Thursday and killed her the morning of February 23rd, hours before the search party found her. According to Mr. Christopher, Friday night, Jamie spent the night at Connie and her family's house, and they returned to the campus the following day, Saturday, at 9 a.m. to help with the search for Catherine.
Oh, él estaba ahí.
He also maintained that, remember, the campus security and the one girl that heard the gunshots at around 2:30 in the morning? Although others had stated that it could have just been a car backfiring.
Yeah.
As far as the original time frame of Catherine's death in 1980, he maintained that it was accurate and that Dr. Reddick changed his opinion decades later to fit Jamie's confession. Now, in the end...
Is this real? Like, is there really a body farm?
Yes.
I need to find this.
I want to volunteer.
Like, bitch.
I want to know for the science.
I want to find this place. Like, I'm being serious.
It's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Shut the fuck up. We're going to Knoxville. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't think they're going to let us in.
Can I just look at it from the outside?
No.
Please?
No.
Oh. I just imagine.
No.
Okay.
In the end, Jamie was found guilty of murder 30 years after Catherine was killed.
How old was she? She was young, though. How old was she? She was 18. So then 30 years, she was what?
She was sentenced to life in prison. Damn. That is the case of the murder of Katherine Foster. Like the thing that her parents were around to...
yes. That is really good as
Catherine's, well. And I think her dad just passed away last year, if I'm not mistaken. The Catherine.
That was crazy. That was that. I mean,
over a man's. Tom Judon.
That
ni en cuenta el pobre.
Ni sabe qué pedo. He was just playing soccer
with his girlfriend, Catherine.
With his girlfriend. Y esta bitch walking around. Where did she get the hair from? Is what I want to know. Did she go to the barbershop to go get it? She was like, yo aquí, yo barro.
No, sabes, she's like, look over there.
For real. Like, what the... You know what? It doesn't surprise me. Humans are...
Trash.
Let us know what you think. If you would like to follow us on Instagram, you can at...
Cafecito and Crime Pod. And if you would like to download our episodes, leave us a review and or rate us. We would really appreciate it.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. And we will talk to you in the next one. Bye.